We're going to talk about the pontomedullary reticular formation. This is the area around the pons and medulla, pontomedullary. Reticular just means network. Okay, so this is the area around the pons medulla that acts as a network for signaling to the rest of the body. Now this area is really important, and we can fire it up using the cranial nerves that are in the pons and the medulla. The cranial nerve 8, the vestibular cochlear nerve, runs right into the pontomedullary area, so we can improve the output of the brain quite a bit by doing auditory and balance therapy. Now, we have feedback from the brain, the cerebellum, into the pontomedullary region to give proper feedback and proper output. Now, one of the things that the pontomedullary reticular formation does, it in general gives tone to our body. It excites extensors, okay, so we stand upright. It decreases flexors, again, so we stand upright. It inhibits our IML, which is our intermediolateral cell column, which runs our blood pressure, okay, so this actually inhibits our blood pressure, okay, it keeps it in a normal range. And also inhibits pain. Okay, so what that means is if our pontomedullary reticular formation isn't working properly, we're going to have a lot of issues. Okay, so if the feedback into that area isn't right from the cerebellum or the brain, then the pontomedullary reticular formation is not going to work right. So if it's not working right, what are we going to see? You're going to see somebody that has poor posture. They're going to be in pain. They're going to have autonomic issues like blood pressure or pupillary issues. So we'll see somebody that doesn't have a good tone in their body. Okay, you're kind of slunked forward. You don't have that good extensor tone specifically. Okay, so our extensors are not going to be excited. Okay, they're going to be inhibited. So we're going to have this slunked forward, flexed posture. Our flexors won't be inhibited, so they're going to be turned on. Okay, so our flexors will be turned on. Again, our blood pressure will be out of whack, and we're going to have pain. Okay, so again, this area needs to be stimulated so we don't have all those issues. And what do you think about when you do have pain? What's your body's natural reaction? Well, everything flexes. Okay, you pull your knees and feet up, okay, into that flexed posture. So that's what occurs if our pontomedullary reticular formation isn't working properly. Now, as we're a baby, that's actually how we start out, because we haven't had the development of the brain or the cerebellum to get us to stand up normal and have a good posture and tonal muscles. But as a baby starts crawling, the cerebellum develops. As it starts learning about its environment, the brain develops, and it can develop this pontomedullary reticular formation, so we go from crawling to walking. Okay, so that's how it expands. Now let's think about as we age, where again we're not having the good feedback from the cerebellum and brain, and that pontomedullary reticular formation is not firing. So the same thing happens. You start going back towards that baby-like posture. Okay, as you see old people walking and they're all bent over and they can't really walk too well. They almost crawl. Okay, so that's what happens when the pontomedullary reticular formation doesn't get activated. We won't have good tone. We'll have poor extension, we'll have extra flexion, our autonomics will be off, so we'll have high blood pressure issues, and we'll have pain. So we don't want that to occur. So that's why we got to stimulate the brain, the cerebellum, and cranial nerve 8, and the pontine area to get the pontomedullary reticular formation firing properly in order to get your chronic aches and pains under control.